Hey guys, Jacqueline Fernandez here. Thank you so much for joining me for the Fernandez Files this afternoon. Just kind of want to talk about Pillen's latest statement regarding winner take all and why winner take all is such a big deal, especially here in Nebraska. This is something that we've been reporting for days now. Our Brian Mastery really hitting this coverage hard for us just yesterday on our broadcasts. So let's take a look at Pillen's statement. This is the latest news regarding winner take all, happening just this morning. So we're going to head over to our website. That's WOWT.com. You can get more information about this story that I'm sharing with you now, including other stories that we're working on our website. So Governor Pillen did issue a statement. This was a little over an hour ago regarding the special session to restore winner take all to Nebraska prior, of course, to the 2024 presidential election. Here's his full statement. I think this is important to highlight. Pillen says, quote, "My team and I have worked relentlessly to secure a filibuster-proof 33-vote majority to get winner-take-all passed before the November election. Given everything at stake for Nebraska and our country, we have left every inch on the field to get this done. Unfortunately, we could not persuade 33 state senators." So just yesterday we reported, and I'll quote him here, Senator Mike McDonald of Omaha has confirmed he is unwilling to vote for winner-take-all before the 2024 election. Pillen continues saying, "This is profoundly disappointing to me and the many others who have worked so earnestly to ensure all Nebraskans' votes are sought after equally this election. Based on the lack of 33 votes, I have no plans to call a special session on this issue prior to the 2024 election." He continues saying, "I am grateful to the many Nebraskans who make their voices heard during this process." So we have all of this for you again on our website, put up there by our awesome digital team, Jackson and Elena. Thank you guys for your help with this. Let's just head over to governor.nebraska.gov/press releases. So here's the governor, and you can kind of read this whole thing on their website as well if you'd like to. So this is the topic that we're discussing today. So this is the latest news on this winner-take-all issue. I will say, so in kind of researching this further, split electoral votes are only in Maine and right here in Nebraska. So that is why this is kind of a big deal. So Nebraska started this in the 1992 election. The first split happened in 2008. That year, Barack Obama won Nebraska's 2nd district. So he won Omaha and the surrounding suburbs, gaining a Democratic electoral vote in the state for the first time since 1964. So that clearly explains partially why this is so important. Now, as far as the presidential election versus Harris and Trump, let's head to this video for you. Bear with me here while I get this up and running. This is from The Hill, and I thought this was a really good explainer as to why this is such a huge deal in Nebraska. So let me head over there, full screen for you. I'll mute myself and play out this video. Give me 1 second.
We're drilling down here into one area in particular. It's Nebraska. Yes, Nebraska. And here's why. Remember, Trump and Harris need 270 electoral college votes to win. But there are scenarios where you could get to a tie. 269, 269. It involves Omaha, Nebraska. So this is Nebraska right here. 5 electoral college votes for Nebraska, but they do it differently there. If you win the state as a whole, you get 2. But then the 3 congressional districts each get 1. So the 3rd district is the largest geographic area. The 1st district is right outside of Omaha. And then look at these 3 counties here. That is Nebraska 2. And that is one of the most watched areas, will be in all of the country on election night. So let me run through some scenarios here as to what could potentially happen and how you get to 269, 269. So if Kamala Harris were to win the blue wall, and Donald Trump wins all the states in the South and out west, and Nebraska goes completely red, you get to 269, 269. There's some subtleties here with Maine as well. But let's change the map a little bit, right? Let's say that doesn't play out. There's tons of scenarios. For example, in this one, the blue wall right here, goes red. Kamala Harris, let's flip it. She wins Arizona, North Carolina, and Georgia, and Don Bacon's district, Republican goes blue. What do you get? 269, 269. We can do this all day or for quite some time. But it goes to show why this district right here is so important.
So that kind of explains for you in some detail, why this is so important for Nebraska. I thought they did a better job of explaining it. They had the graphics for you. So I hope that kind of clarifies things a little bit. And then again, we were discussing Pillen issuing his statement just today, saying again that he is has worked relentlessly, quote, to secure a filibuster-proof 33-vote majority to get the winner-take-all passed before the November election. That, of course, didn't happen. Another interesting part of what his statement, he says, quote, that is profoundly disappointing to me. He's referring to Senator Mike McDonald of Omaha, confirming he's unwilling to vote for Nebraska winner-take-all system. So before we go, I'm going to switch gears now, talk a little bit about the weather. If you're just joining me this afternoon, let's head out to our Blackstone camera live, shall we? So let's take a look. So here's a live look from our Blackstone camera. You can see the clouds in the sky there. Senior Chief Meteorologist Rusty Lord is anticipating a 20% chance of spotty storms starting from now until 6 p.m. So are you seeing those spotty storms? I don't believe we're seeing any here in the Blackstone area. Just taking a look over my shoulder. It looks pretty sunny and wonderful here. Let's take a look at this image now. This is from our First National camera. You can see a look at the Missouri River there. Not too windy out there, judging from the image of the flag blowing in the wind, not too strong. Rusty says clearing and cool tonight, a low of 50. I don't know about you, but that sounds like good porch weather to me. Porch, balcony, outside weather, you name it. Good running weather too, but that's for me for tomorrow morning. All right, so heading over to our First National camera now. As we anticipate later into the week, what we're going to see, Rusty says, mostly sunny with a high of 80, okay? So we're getting back to those kind of summer temperatures, unfortunately, but all is not lost. Although Thursday, I will say, Rusty says it's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 80 as well. So just a brief look at your weather before our broadcasts this afternoon, and be sure to stay tuned for our broadcast first at 3 with our Dave Zavolinsky. We're going to explain or just give you the latest details on Pillen issuing his statement today about winner take all, what that means and why it's such a big deal. But if you're just joining us now, that was the discussion, and I did play a video that kind of better illustrates why it's such a big deal here in Nebraska. A lot of different scenarios with that system. In the meantime, thank you so much for joining me at the Alert Center. I'll see you for our first broadcast first at 3. Have a wonderful day.